Welcome, Jason. Thanks very much for coming onto my YouTube channel for us to find a little bit more out about Moonbet. So introduce yourself.
Thanks for having me, Terry. Really appreciate it. So I'm Jason Paprava. I'm the founder and CEO of Moonbet. I've been in the gambling world for about 15 years now, been in crypto since 2015, and really excited to come on here and speak to you about the project and just crypto in general.
Much appreciated, Jason. So in terms of, it's been about a year now since you first announced Moonbet of what I saw personally as well. And obviously the steps in your roadmap that were taken. So what do you think you've achieved so far within the year that you've kicked off?
Achieved a lot. I mean, yeah, it's been about a year and 3 or 4 months since the conceptualization of Moonbet, the idea of a community-owned sports book and casino. But yeah, it's been about a year, actually just coming up in April when we actually got the project created, got all the team members on board, got the licensing and everything like that into place. So we've accomplished a lot in one short year. Obviously, starting from actually the building and development of the entire project, adding 10 very qualified team members from around the world, our ICO, in which we raised over almost $850,000. Mostly in BNB, and the launch of the Moonbet.io sportsbook, casino, and esports betting platform. So yeah, in 1 year, it's been very busy. I can tell you, I've been working pretty much all day, every day since this last year. But I love it, and I'm happy to do it, and happy to take this project to the next level.
So yeah, I mean, it's for a CEO as well. I've got as a personal observation of how active you are in your own Telegram and your Discords. It's what's the word to say? It's nice to see. You're not just popping in here and there as if it's your part-time project, and it's nice to see the dedication and how involved you are, because you're on there nearly every day. I pop in every day. I don't comment every day, but I pop in and you're always there. So that's really nice to see for one, and it gives that little faith in a project as well. So when you said that you've been in sports and betting for as long as you have, one of my questions was, why choose crypto to base your business model on? What was the reason for crypto?
Well, there's two reasons basically. So first, if I can just give a bit of a background, I've worked as a sportsbook and casino manager in other traditional fiat betting sites. One of them actually in the UK. And other ones as a consultant and working in the world of affiliate marketing and bringing players into sports betting and casinos. So just before the pandemic, I had actually been in the process of starting a traditional sportsbook and casino. I'd been in the process. Good thing I didn't go through with it, because obviously sports were on hold for quite a long time there. So it would have been horrible timing. But I've always been a fan of the blockchain. I've been invested in things like Ethereum and Cardano since 2015-16. And one thing that the power of the blockchain and crypto gives is transparency, is the ability to actually record and write everything that happens in a particular bet or in a particular casino game, in a public ledger, which can be verified, the whole idea of provably fair gaming. So for me, it was just the perfect marriage of this incredible emerging technology that we have and the world of betting that I love so much. So the first reason is that crypto provides unmatched transparency and security for both players and for the casinos, to make sure that players know they're playing in a game that's fair, and that on the casino side, we know that we are not getting perhaps hacked, or that anything shady is going on from what players are doing. Also, from my past, I know that that's very possible to do, not necessarily hacking, but to do sort of unethical ways to beat the casino. So that's one thing. And then the second thing, the reason why we turned this into a crypto project, is because it actually allows us to disperse all the profits, and using the profit sharing model that we built on the Binance Smart Chain, an algorithm that we built where we can actually directly put profits into the hands of our holders. Previously, this was basically impossible unless you're using a traditional stock method, the whole idea of dividends through stocks, but that's extremely complicated. And also we want to bring accessibility and allow anybody in the world to hold a piece of Moonbet, hold the tokens, and receive the profit sharing. What better way than through the world of crypto. It's easy to use. It costs almost nothing, and anybody in the world can jump on board.
In terms of on choosing the blockchain and alike, and your particular comment about it being the world accessible, is there plans to include more sports from other countries, like entering into European sports? Is that something that's already covered? What's the plans in terms of what you're going to cover in the future?
Yeah, I mean, we at the moment we're very universal. I mean, obviously football, soccer betting is the biggest one that we have.
Yep.
Tennis as well. Then of course we do have the North American sports, the NBA, ice hockey, NFL, baseball, but also their international counterparts. I mean, the EuroLeague in basketball and all the smaller leagues, even down to the China, is very popular. So we've got a lot of different things. We've got table tennis, we've got handball, which are very much Asian European sports. So we're basically global. One of the things is that we try to make sure to include all the different leagues that people want to bet on. Our team is global as well. I'm myself from Canada. We have people in Canada. We have people in Spain, in Europe, in Argentina, South America. So we do understand the whole global element of betting. Of course, one of the things that's great with our Curacao license is we're able to be virtually worldwide. So we're not confined to one specific region. Although some of the drawbacks is that we're unable to be in some specific countries, such as the UK at the moment, due to legislation notoriously strict with their betting licenses, and especially against cryptocurrency, as well as the United States. But we also feel that as times change, and as we continue to grow, we'll be able to acquire licenses in those regions, and hopefully they're going to be more friendly towards crypto betting as well. So I think, we're still in the very early phases of crypto betting, and we're only going to continue to grow, move into places we aren't now, and continue to go worldwide.
Great. Yeah, I mean, if everything in the little time that I've been involved in crypto, it's in the news with the governments and rolling fast. So hopefully the slight more acceptance of crypto is gonna open up more gates for yourself. In terms of you being deeply involved in the cryptocurrency, and now with the betting and merging your sort of the passion and mindset on blockchain, and then your previous skills in the betting industry, what makes Moonbet different from the other current crypto? Was there's quite a few when I've had a little look. What do you think's the biggest concept that makes you different from them?
I think the biggest concept, as far as what differs us from either other crypto betting sites or other crypto betting tokens, is that we're really committed to the idea of community ownership, where everybody's getting a piece of the pie, basically. If you look at other crypto betting websites, some of the main competitors, which are doing well and growing, which is great for us because we just like to see new players getting into the crypto space. But one of the things is they're all privately owned, as are much of the big betting companies, even like Bet365 and things of that nature. So what that does is, by being community owned, it's really our idea that it doesn't need to see all the profits get funneled into the top. Previously, my old boss was in fact the founder of Unibet, and the owner of Flutter, which is one of the biggest betting conglomerates in the world. And basically what they do is they just continue to go out and buy new companies and buy things like that to, funnel all the profits and all the money to the top, which is great. I mean, it's business. We're not going to lie and say that betting isn't a business. But our idea is sort of to do the opposite, to take the profits and all the money that we can make, and in one sense, just distribute it to anybody in the world. Because, as much as I do like, to make some money, not going to lie about that, but I don't need, three Lambos and 10 helicopters like some of these other billionaires. Yeah. I'm just happy to have a nice life. And really the fact that I get to work in the sports betting and casino and crypto spaces all together, for me, it's really exciting. So that's the best reward that I could possibly have.
So it's quite unique as well for Moonbet to have its own token and to use its own token to make to make the bets. Is that solely? Have you got plans to accept other cryptocurrencies?
I know. So at the moment, it's actually a little bit of the opposite. So you actually can't bet at the moment with Moonbet in the the casino.
Okay.
The reason for that being is we felt that because the emphasis is if you're holding Moonbet, you're an owner of the sportsbook and the casino. We want the holders to hold those tokens.
Okay.
We probably will make it available to bet it in the future, but at the moment we're using Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, Litecoin, Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, and
Okay.
USDT to allow players to bet. And the reason is that we feel it's much more accessible when you force players to purchase your one only token and bet in the casino, which some of the other projects do, which we've seen. And we found out that it's a bit of a shortfall because most people have Bitcoin or most people have Ethereum and BNB, especially today, that it's very easy for them to just take it from their Binance account, Coinbase account, put it into the website and play rather than have to exchange it. So by eliminating that extra step, it's really much easier to bring more people in. And in fact, one of the next steps that we're taking is to integrate MoonPay into the sportsbook and the casino. So when people come in to play, and if they just happen to not have crypto, we'll actually have a nice facilitation for them to take their fiat, purchase Bitcoin, for instance, and put it right into Moonbet.
Okay, seeing MoonPay pop up quite a lot in different projects as a very streamlined way of buying crypto without leaving your site as well. So you're not diverting them somewhere else and getting distracted. So it's great. So in terms of how everything's moving and your roadmap, are you happy of where you are and what your goals are, and are any of them changing?
Yeah, so we're very happy. So we're yet to do the first phase of the profit sharing, which I understand is maybe a little bit disappointing for people who have originally bought into the token, but there is a reason for that. If I can explain, when we were looking for partners and creating the development of the sportsbook and the casino, we had a few options, and some of those options were going with a very white label turnkey casino and sportsbook project. Basically means anybody could go and with a few $1,000s, you could set up your own sportsbook and casino. And it's going to look like every other single one, and it's not going to have any special features, but it does run smoothly and it has everything set in place. Now, we had the opportunity to go with one of those or several of those types, which would probably have made us more profitable earlier in the short term. But we opted for a different route, which is more of a long-term play, which is really allowing us with our partners at Lion Gaming to not just offer immediate sports betting and casino solutions, but really build out important functionality that are going to be serve us well in the long term. A, because it's more blockchain oriented, and B, it's things that other competitors don't even have. Things like on-chain betting, things like MetaMask and Trust Wallet direct integration, so people can basically place a bet and have their money, their BNB taken directly from their MetaMask, laid onto the bet, and if they win, the funds are directly deposited back into their thing. And all this stuff is really what we believe to be the future and the innovation. So rather than taking the short-term route and say, okay, maybe in like the first 3 months we're going to have profitability, we'll be able to do profit sharing. We're sort of building up slowly, but once we really turn that corner, it's really going to explode.
Like any real business as well. So it's that time to grow. It's a 2-year rule is what they normally say, is where it starts flying. But I think definitely the approach of building your own platform opposed to using a white label where it's going to restrict you and you're going to be biased to what their future updates are to how you can update. So creating it from yourself, I think that's definitely great on you. If in terms of what I found quite interesting was the quick change of the rebranding. What was the reason for the rebrand?
Just with the rebrand to freshen things up, basically. So we started working with our partners at the Blue Mannequin, which are quite a notorious digital marketing agency, and recently in the last year have been very prominent in NFT marketing and cryptocurrency marketing. So their CEO has actually essentially joined our team as an advisor and as a partner, which has been really great for us. And they have a lot of tools at their disposal, which they have about 30 or 40 people working with them, people who are looking into, market behavioral trends and things of that nature. So for them to come on board and to help us, they just, it's one of these things where they're a professional marketing agency and they say, hey, if you make these little changes, these little tweaks, it might go a long way with bettors and with the community and with acquiring new players and things like that. So it was just that. And of course, this look served us well for a year. But as you'll see with many betting companies, a lot of them do like to update their style once every few years. So just a quick little change, nothing too major. And also we wanted to do it early on because we're still in this sort of early phase. We felt like it was better to do it now where we're able to actually change all of our online assets, all of our visibility quite easily rather than waiting 2 or 3 years down the road where it becomes a huge hassle to reach out to every website who's ever made a review about you or something like that and ask them to change the pictures.
Fantastic. Okay, Jason. I mean, it's absolutely great talking with you. Is there anything else that you could share with the community that might be up and coming?
Yes, we have actually. I can't really share too much at the moment because we haven't. There's one really big thing. Like I said, it's actually our birthday coming up of the project in the next 10 days or so. So we are going to do something very major to celebrate that. I can't announce it at the moment just because not all the logistics have been finalized. So I don't want to say something and then my team come back to me and say, "Whoa, we're not able to adhere to the strict deadline that you put." But there's a lot of news coming out in the next week. But of course, just in general, the project is growing. It's going very well. Like you said, I'm always around. I'm always available. I'm always there to hear from the community. Hear from players in the sportsbook and the casino. I was just talking to one of the guys playing, getting some insights from him to know how we can improve the customer journey. And we have a lot of exciting new things that are coming up. As I've explained in the past, Moonbet Mondays. So I do a stream every 7 p.m. Monday time UTC, and I provide a project update. So we've actually been integrating with a major sort of casino provider in Europe. So we're going to have tons of games. We're going to add hundreds of new games, live dealers, all the traditional games that some of the bigger casinos might have as well, in addition to developing our own games, our own provably fair games. So we're really getting close to really breaking through. As you said, it's the second year where it can really take off.
Yep.
So we're at that point where we're essentially breaking even in terms of dollars and cents on a monthly basis. We're growing our players every week. And once the rebrand finishes, which is going to be done the first phase this Thursday, we're really going to go full on steam with the marketing. And next week we have a huge announcement to make. So look out for that. Check out my Moonbet Mondays streams or just follow our Twitter or our Telegram. And, you'll be really surprised with what's coming up.
Awesome. Sounds great, Jason. Much appreciate your time. We'll say farewell for now, and then we will make sure that we catch up on the Monday catch-ups as well. And then
great speaking with you.
You too. Thanks. Guys, thank you very much for listening. It was great to catch up with Jason from Moonbet. I appreciate you listening through the interview. Please ensure you hit that subscribe button. Leave any comments below. Also, if you know anyone else that is up for an interview, please get them to get in touch, and we will see them on this channel very soon.